Have you ever sat alone in a dark room, not because the lights were off, but because your mind was simply too full? The silence around you feels heavy, and the weight of the world seems to rest entirely on your shoulders. You look at the walls, but all you see are numbers, dates, and deadlines, mask of normalcy. But inside, the storm is raging. This is the moment where the heart begins to feel the first cracks of true exhaustion.
The bills keep arriving, stacking up like a mountain you never asked to climb. Each envelope that slides through the door feels like a new weight added to your chest. Messages from creditors appear on your phone, their notifications ringing like alarms in a house that's already on fire. You find yourself checking your balance with a sense of dread, hoping for a miracle but expecting the worst. It's a cycle of anxiety that consumes your morning and haunts your dreams at night. You wonder how a few pieces of paper can have so much power over your peace.
You open your wallet, staring at the empty slots where security used to reside. Then you quickly close it again, as if shutting it might somehow make the burden disappear or hide the truth from your own eyes. It's a reflexive action, a desperate attempt to ignore the reality of scarcity. The physical act of closing the wallet is a metaphor for how we close our hearts when we are afraid. And somewhere in that deep, suffocating silence, a question begins to whisper in the back of your mind. If God is so generous, why does my life feel so restricted? It is a painful question, one born of confusion and a sense of abandonment. You see others prospering, their lives moving forward with ease, while you feel stuck in a desert of your own making. This whisper isn't just about money, it's a crisis of faith. You begin to wonder if you have been forgotten, or if the promises of provision were meant for everyone except you.
If you are in that season right now, buried under debt, embarrassed to face people, lying awake at night, carrying worries you rarely tell anyone, listen carefully. You are not alone. There are millions who share this silent struggle, and there is a purpose behind the pain you are feeling. This is not the end of your story, nor is it a sign of your worth. You may feel like you are sinking, but perhaps you are actually being planted. Before something can grow, it must first be placed in the dark, beneath the soil, away from the eyes of the world.
You are not being punished. You may be being prepared. In the realm of faith, hardship is not always a sign that God has moved away. Sometimes it is a sign that He is drawing you closer. When we have nothing left to lean on, we finally learn how to lean on Him. The comforts of the world often act as a veil, making us believe we are self-sufficient. But when those comforts are stripped away, the veil is lifted. This season of restriction is an invitation to a deeper relationship, a call to find a strength that doesn't come from a bank account.
Scripture reminds us, whoever fears God and remains mindful of Him, He will make a way out for them and provide for them from places they never expected. This promise is a lifeline. Notice it doesn't say the provision will come from the direction you planned or the direction you calculated. It says it will come from where you never imagined. This means your current logic and your current spreadsheets cannot account for the miracles that are possible. Your job is to remain mindful, to keep your integrity, and to trust that the way out is already being paved, even if you can't see it yet.
Today, we will explore the depths of this journey. We will look at how financial hardship can have a profound purpose, and will learn powerful prayers for those struggling with debt. We will discuss simple habits that invite blessing into your life and practical steps to regain control of your finances without losing your inner peace. This storm is not here to break you. It is here to teach you how to stand. By the end of this, you will see that your value is not measured by what you have, but by who you are becoming through this trial.
Life comes in seasons, much like the earth itself. There are seasons when everything seems to work perfectly. The bills are paid, the future feels secure, and you sleep with a light heart. But then, the wind changes. There are other seasons when everything feels stuck.
You work twice as hard, yet the results seem to disappear before you can even touch them. You try your best, but expenses arrive faster than your income can keep up. One of the greatest mistakes we can make is believing that hardship means failure. It doesn't. It just means the season has changed.
Many people are crushed, not by the debt itself, but by the story they tell themselves. They whisper, "I failed," "I'm a burden," or "I'm not good enough." These thoughts are more toxic than any financial deficit. They erode your spirit and paralyze your ability to take action. But what if this season isn't destroying you? What if it's shaping you? Sometimes, financial pressure exposes things we never notice during times of comfort: our pride, our dependence on control, and our mistaken belief that we can handle everything on our own. Adversity is a stern but necessary teacher.
One of the most dangerous thoughts during financial hardship is the belief that your provision is gone forever. You might think, "My opportunities are gone," or "My future is ruined." But what if that's not true? What if what seems like a closed door is simply a delayed one? Many of life's greatest blessings arrive later than we expected, refined by the wait. The job, the breakthrough, the relationship, they all have a perfect timing that we often cannot see. Timing is not a denial of your needs, it is a management of your journey. Think of a seed buried underground. To the casual observer, it looks lifeless, hidden, and forgotten in the dirt. Yet beneath the surface, something incredible is happening. The shell is breaking, roots are reaching out, and energy is being gathered. Maybe your season isn't one of harvest yet. Maybe it's one of preparation. Preparation often feels invisible, and it often feels like nothing is happening, but it is the most critical phase of growth. Without the struggle in the soil, the plant would never have the strength to reach for the sun. Prayer is not an escape from reality, but a source of strength to face it. It doesn't replace the need for effort, but it strengthens the heart that makes the effort. Throughout history, people facing overwhelming burdens have found peace not because their problems vanished overnight, but because they stopped carrying them alone. When you pray, you are acknowledging that there is a power greater than your debt. You are shifting the weight from your own fragile shoulders to the infinite. A simple, sincere prayer can change the entire atmosphere of your life. The heart of your prayer should be, "Lord, remove my anxiety and fear. Give me strength when I feel weak. Give me courage when I feel afraid. Help me carry my responsibilities with wisdom and integrity." Notice that this prayer isn't just about asking for a check in the mail. It's about the heart. Fear, discouragement, and shame often do more damage than the actual financial problem. When the heart becomes stronger and the mind becomes clearer, the path forward suddenly reveals itself. Resilience is built in the quiet moments of conversation with the divine. Transformation often begins with character, not just income. One of the most powerful habits you can adopt is gratitude. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. It means recognizing what remains instead of obsessing over what's missing. Even in your tightest season, you have air in your lungs, the ability to think, and perhaps people who love you. When you focus on what you have, you expand your capacity to receive more. Scarcity thrives on a mind that only sees gaps. Abundance begins with a heart that sees the value in what is already present. Be generous whenever you can, even when it feels like you have nothing to give. Generosity is an act of defiance against the fear of lack. It reminds us that scarcity doesn't control our hearts. Whether it's a small coin, a kind word, or a helping hand, giving creates a flow in your life. It breaks the stagnant energy of hoarding and worry. Many opportunities arrive through people and the connections we foster through kindness. A restored friendship or a simple conversation can be the unexpected door through which your blessing finally enters. Faith is not passive. It belongs in the heart, but action belongs in the hands. Trusting God doesn't mean avoiding your responsibilities or waiting for a miracle while sitting on the couch. If you're facing debt, start by bringing everything into the light. Write down every balance, every payment, and every deadline. Clarity reduces fear. When you see the numbers on paper, they lose their monstrous quality.
you can begin to make a plan, one step at a time. Honest confrontation with your reality is the first step toward changing it.
Talk honestly with the people you owe. Most people are more willing to work with honesty than with silence. When we hide, we create suspicion and tension. When we speak the truth about our situation and our intention to make it right, we build bridges. Honesty is a form of integrity that invites respect and often leads to negotiated solutions you never thought possible. This is also a time to reduce unnecessary spending, not because you're giving up, but because you are preparing for a comeback. Every small saving is a brick in the wall of your future security. Look for opportunities to use the skills you already have in new ways. The modern world rewards initiative, and there is always a way to be useful. Whether it's a side business, freelance work, teaching, or consulting, don't underestimate small beginnings. The road out of hardship is rarely built in one giant leap. It's built through many small, consistent steps. Every hour you spend building something new is an hour you aren't spending worrying. Action is the best antidote to anxiety, and every small success builds the confidence you need for the bigger ones.
Peace is also a form of wealth, perhaps the most valuable form. We often think wealth is only measured by the numbers in a bank account, but some of the richest people in the world live with constant anxiety and a hollow heart. Conversely, some people with very little possess a remarkable, unshakable peace. This peace comes from knowing that your value is greater than your net worth. Financial hardship can be the very thing that teaches you what truly matters in life. It strips away the excess and leaves you with the essential.
This season teaches us the vital difference between wants and needs. It teaches us resilience, gratitude, and the power of contentment. The person who learns to be content with enough possesses something that money cannot buy, and that no economic downturn can take away. Contentment isn't the absence of desire, it's the presence of peace despite your circumstances. When you are no longer a slave to the pursuit of more, you are truly free. This freedom is the foundation upon which a stable and joyful life is built, regardless of the balance in your account.
Your debt is not your identity. Your struggle is not your final chapter. It is so easy to let the numbers on a screen define who you are, but you are far more than your liabilities. You are a human being with a soul, with talents, and with a purpose that transcends currency. This is a season, a challenging one, yes, but it is not the entire story of your life. Every great story has a middle section where the protagonist faces their greatest challenges. This is your middle section. The hero isn't the one who never falls. It's the one who gets back up.
If you can still pray when you're tired, if you can still work when you're discouraged, and if you can still act with integrity when you're embarrassed, then you are already moving toward the dawn. Holding on to hope when everything feels uncertain is the highest form of courage. You are building muscles of character that will serve you for the rest of your life. The person who emerges from this storm will be stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than the person who entered it. You are being forged in the fire for a purpose you cannot yet see. Remember that many breakthroughs happen shortly after people are most tempted to quit. The darkest part of the night is often just before the sun rises. So do not quit. Keep showing up. Keep praying. Keep taking the next small step. The help you have been waiting for may be closer than you think. Often it arrives the very moment you decide that you will not give up, no matter how hard it gets. Your resilience is the magnet that pulls the solution toward you. Stay the course, keep your faith, and watch how the horizon begins to change.
Thank you for joining us on this journey today. If this message touched your heart, please subscribe to our channel for more encouragement. Like this video and share it with someone who might be struggling in silence. Comment below with "I am ready for my breakthrough" to claim your peace. Remember, you are valued, you are capable, and you are never alone. Keep moving forward, and we will see you in the next video. May peace and provision find their way to your door very soon.